everyone.
Hello, we're so excited to have you guys here with us today.
We've got one more minute, so we'll just kind of wait just one more minute here and then we'll get right on into it. See if anyone else is going to join us here. We're very excited to have you here.
Yes, where are you guys all in from? Please feel free to use the chat section to put that there. So we are located in Michigan, so we're actually right outside Detroit. That is where On The Clock is located. So where are you guys all from? Oh, we have a Wisconsin from Angela. Okay.
Awesome.
Well, welcome, Angela. We're so excited to have you here.
We have a Wichita.
Yeah.
Did I say that right? I don't.
Welcome, Gary.
Welcome, Gary.
Oh, that's so exciting.
All right. Well, it is 2:00, and that is right on target for our webinar. So to get started, my name is Samantha. I am here with the On The Clock Experience team, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can better use the employee surveys. And then with me, I have Bryn, but I'll let her introduce herself.
So yes, thank you, Sam. I am Bryn. I'm also with the On The Clock Experience team. So I'm going to be monitoring the chat section. So please feel free throughout the webinar to put any questions you have in there. I'll be actively monitoring that so I can respond to you while Sam continues with the demonstration. So with that said, go on ahead, Sam.
All right. Well, I'm going to just start sharing my screen here with everybody. All right. Okay, we should see the screen. So right now you can see my admin login screen. Some of you may be familiar with this screen. So to get started, we're just going to go ahead and log in as the administrator. The employee survey can be placed inside your On The Clock account as an admin or a manager. So to get started with an employee survey, you can do this either underneath settings. So I have my employee surveys here, or if you happen to be on your employee icon here, you'll also see employee surveys. Now this is going to bring you to the same landing screen, regardless of which one you click it from. So inside my employee surveys, you'll see I have a couple samples in here. So a few samples that I just put in here are, would you participate in a company fundraiser? So maybe you're looking to gather engagement levels from your employees. You want to see, are you interested in participating in this event that we're going to have going on? We have a health screen example. So maybe you're just checking their health for the day to see if they're good enough to work, or you want that feedback just to make sure that they can continue. Tell us how your experience is here at the company. Maybe you're looking for feedback in general on how the practices are going, how day-to-day tasks are going, making sure everything's well. Tell us about your work area. Maybe you need some safety questions answered before somebody starts their shift. And then we also have one in here for holiday hours as an example of maybe you're trying to gauge, who would be willing to work your double time on a certain holiday. Maybe you can get some answers on this and some feedback, and then you could use that to schedule your employees later on. I'm going to have Bryn put up a poll just to see what you all would use this for. What would you use our survey for, and what type of feedback would you be most interested in receiving from an employee with a survey? So you should see that pop up soon here. All right, so to get started, I'm just going to show you how you would create a survey. So inside of here, we have Add New Survey. So once I click that, I get Create a Survey. So over here, we can see Survey Details. So first we would want to just add a survey title. And then we have our description. So the description is just going to display underneath your title, and this could just tell them what your survey is about. And then we have our survey event. So right under survey event, we have our option right now. The only option that we do have is before first punch in. So that just means that this is only going to display at the beginning of the day. I will have Bryn post another poll just so that we can get your feedback. Where would you want to see the survey be placed? We have, right now it's just the beginning of the day. Would you want that in the middle of the day, at the end of the day, throughout the day? How would you use that? That way we can just take this feedback and make it even better for you. So underneath this, we have survey validation. What this is this is just going to be a confirmation message. So putting in your message here, this is what's going to display to your employee. once they've answered the survey. You'll notice that there's success and fail. I will go into what that means once I start creating the questions. So next we have our questions. So we would just add a question in. Next to question, you'll see the field for required. So requiring this just means that the employee must answer this before they can actually clock in for the day, or before they can move forward. If you leave this off, they will have that option to just skip this survey. So depending on how important you think this feedback is, or if you really need them to answer it, you would just require this. So we can just type in a question here. We have a couple different question types. So freeform just means that you'll be able to fill out and answer however you'd like. Radio buttons, you can answer one single option, and then checkboxes, you could answer multiple selections. So I'm just going to go ahead and go with the radio button here. We'll just do something generic here. So now, once I've created these answers, you're going to notice over here to the right, I have this flag option. If I flag answer B, for example, this just means that my validation message that's going to show is going to be the fail message. So anything that's flagged is going to pop up a different confirmation than anything that's not. So for example, if I was doing a health screening, maybe I have something in here that says I have a sore throat, and that's a flagged answer. So I might get the message when I answer to contact a manager or call a phone number. If I didn't answer that, I would just get thank you for your feedback, and then I would continue on. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and then I'm just going to show you how it looks if I'm an employee and I'm about to log in. So now I'm on my employee login, and I'm actually presented with my survey right up front. So this is the holiday hour survey. We can see our description here, availability for hours. You can see that this is in fact required. Would you be willing to work on Christmas? OT2 applies. Maybe I answer yes. Submit. I get my validation. Thank you. Okay. And then I can actually just punch right in. Now, one thing I do want to call out is if I am answering the survey and I do get a fail message, I can still clock in. It doesn't actually stop me from being able to continue to punch in. It's just going to give me a fail message with information on how you would like to get in touch. So now I'm going to just show a quick video of what this would display like on the app. So the survey is also something that will be placed on the app by the employee. As an admin or a manager, you cannot control the survey, so you're not going to be able to create it or view anything as far as data goes, but the employee can see it. So I'm going to go ahead and just share this with you. So here is an employee who's logged in on their app. And you can see I'm presented with a survey. So would you participate in a company fundraiser? You can tell it's required. I have my description on there. Let us know your interest. And then we can just simply select an answer on here, just like we would on the desktop. So yes, absolutely. And then we'll go ahead and submit. Survey complete. Thank you for your feedback. And then my employee can, of course, continue to punch in for the day. I'm going to share one more video with you here, and this is just related to the group punch mode. So if you are using group punch mode, your employee can also just type in their number, and they will also be greeted with the survey, which is nice. So you can just have them all answer this as they come in. And then, of course, they can complete their punch. Go ahead and let them type in their numbers. And then you'll notice this employee wasn't greeted with the survey. So if you've already answered it once, it's not going to show up again. So that just means that you've already answered it and the survey is now gone. So it's not going to repopulate. It'll only answer or only come up at the beginning of the day where you can answer it. And that is the group punch mode. So let me just get back into sharing my screen with you. All right, so now our employees answered the survey, but now what? Well, as an admin or a manager, you're going to want to log in. Again, come to settings, click your employee survey. Up here at the top, we have survey reports. So inside of our survey reports, we have a couple things that we can do. We have our survey options, so I can select which survey I'd like to view the information about. So right now I have holiday hours selected, and then you can also filter a date range. So right now I'm only focusing on today, since this is the day that my employees have answered it. And then down below, I can see each employee who has answered it. And if I drop down right over here, I can see what they answered, and I can see if it was flagged or not. Another thing that you could do if you were only interested in seeing flagged answers is you could see flag only, and then run your report, and you'll see all the flagged answers that came through. So here, if I open these up, I'm actually able to see what each employee did answer and that it was flagged. So I can see that I flagged yes answers for someone who would want to work the holiday. So now I can just take this information and maybe add them to a schedule. And then my user who answered unknown at this time, maybe I reach back out. With reports, we do not alert you that these answers came back. It is manual. You will have to log in and view the content under survey reports. So I'm going to have Bryn put up a poll and just see how you would want to receive feedback in regards to people answering the survey. What would work best for you? I see some people answering email. Awesome. All right. So that is the end of how you would pretty much utilize these surveys. You can take this information from here and do whatever you need to as far as your flagged answers go. Some cool things that you could communicate back to somebody with would be our chat up here. You could actually start a conversation maybe with somebody inside of here and let them know, hey, you're scheduled. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Bryn now. She's been monitoring the chat and see if there's any type of questions that anyone has that I could help answer.
Yes, thank you so much, Sam. That was a great and wonderful presentation. So I didn't see any questions come through in the chat, so that's a good sign. Hopefully that was very clear to you guys. So, while we kind of wrap this up, if you do have any questions, please go ahead and throw them there in that chat section, and then we'll be more than happy to answer those questions for you. And then before you guys do head out really quickly, we did have a little pop-up. You should see it on your screen. I just asked you guys to fill it out for helping us decide what you guys want to see next. So what features of On the Clock that we have that you'd like us to do next in our next webinar for you guys to join us. So again, please feel free to fill it out, and then any questions that you have, put them in that chat section now.
Well, I'm not seeing any questions come through. So if there's no questions, of course, at the end of this, feel free to, call in, email us at support@ontheclock.com. You will receive a replay video of this, so you can look that over as many times as you need to. And again, there is that help us decide what to do next. We want to know what you would like to see next. So if there are no questions, that concludes the webinar for today, and we really appreciate you joining.
Yes, thank you guys so much for coming. It was such a pleasure. We're so happy to be able to do this for you guys. So again, please fill it out. Let us know what you want to see next.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome, Gary. Bye.
Bye-bye.